We typically think of Japan as a high-density, high-tech, urban culture. But thanks to the Japanese National Tourist Organization and Japan Airlines, we were able to bring our cameras to a Japan most Americans have not seen. Today we're in Shimada, in the south-central area of the island of Honshu. We're here to experience the Oigawa Railway, a unique combination of steam, diesel, electric, and cog technology. The 70-kilometer line takes us from the lowlands of Shimada through Senzu to the mountain splendor of Ikawa, a run which includes a 9% grade and spectacular scenery. This line was originally constructed to move the freight and workers needed to build 23 hydroelectric dams in the region. Today, however, it serves as a tourist attraction that carries over 1 million travelers a year to breathtaking views of forest and valley and to enjoy the recreation afforded by the lakes the dams have created. Our journey begins at the Shinkanagawa station in Shimada. During the first leg, approximately 40 kilometers, we'll ride in authentic restored cars and be pulled by a 262 steam locomotive. Our engineer was up bright and early to fire up the boiler.
My first responsibility is to fire the steam locomotive, starting at 7:40 in the morning. I fire the engine and put water in the boiler. Moving up to Shinzu, we need a half-ton of coal and about 3.5 tons of water.
And so the first leg of our journey begins. As we depart from Shimada and begin the journey to Senzu, we settle in with our fellow passengers and prepare to take on some nourishment. This part of the trip does not feature the breathtaking scenery we'll experience when we get up into the mountains, so our conductors are more than happy to provide us with some musical diversion. Now fed and entertained, we enjoy the gentle rocking of the coach and the pastoral scenery as we complete the 70-minute journey to Senzu. The time passes quickly, and we soon find ourselves approaching our transfer point. It's here in Senzu that we must move to a diesel traction train that uses a slightly smaller gauge of rail in order to accommodate the tight fit we'll encounter in the more than 60 tunnels we must pass through on our way up to Ikawa, high in the Minami Alps. Past fields of tea being cultivated to quench the huge demand for this, the most popular beverage in Japan. And soon the scenery we've been promised begins to show itself. We cross a total of 55 bridges on our trek, some of which rise hundreds of feet above the Oigawa River. Between bridges and tunnels, we are treated to views of the unblemished forests of this National Preserve area. We stop at the Igawa station to couple with a locomotive that uses the cog technology to negotiate the steeper grade on the final leg of our ascent. This is the only cog or rack railway in Japan. Our climb is slow, but we don't mind because the views are magnificent. Soon we reach the pinnacle of our journey, the Nagashima Dam. The cog engine leaves us in search of another load to pull up the steep grade. Our journey from here will be all downhill. And the return trip is no less spectacular than the ascent. Our trip back down through the tunnels, over the bridges, and past the dams leaves us breathless. At Senzu, we're reunited with the steam train and complete our journey back to Shimada, exhausted but blissful, still in awe of the spectacular visual banquet we've enjoyed, and grateful for the opportunity to see Japan as few Americans ever have.